My name is Gigi Scott, and I have a band that I also work with that's called Gigi Scott in Troubletown. So I am the leader of a band, and I'm also a singer-songwriter. And the type of music that I play is alternative rock. But really in today's world, alternative rock is kind of a vague term. So what we are calling it is alternative swamp rock. And the reason why is because we have a lot of influence from the blues, a lot of influences from folk music. Everyone in the band has been influenced by many people in the music business. So it's hard to call it a particular thing, but I'm going with alternative swamp rock. People sometimes ask me when I first became interested in music, and that's actually a question that I cannot answer because I was so young that I don't remember. My particular story is that I had, and still have, older brothers who played guitar, and so from a very, very early age, I'm talking 4 or 5, I was learning to play instruments. I started on a ukulele, and then I moved to a classical guitar, then I moved to regular acoustic guitar, then I moved to a electric guitar, and all the while I was playing the piano. So basically I played music my whole life. I do it all the time. That's what I do. Well, I've been performing my whole life in one place or another. When I was small, I played at church or sang at church. But by the time that I was in high school, I was playing events. And so I did go to college, and I continued to play some while I was studying, and then I got a degree, and then I went out into the world and began playing. So I've been playing a long, long time. My favorite type of venues to play, and I've played them all. I've played solo, by myself, in small venues. In November, I played solo at Planet Hollywood to probably about 500 or 600 people. And that was a great experience, and it was a great honor for me to have it. But my favorite thing to do is to play festivals with my band because I like the outdoor experience. We can turn up as loud as we like, and there's this very festival, carnival type atmosphere. And that's where I think, in terms of a performer, I think that's really where I draw strength. Just a month ago, we played the South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, and so I do have some video of that you can actually find on Reverbnation, and you can also find on my Facebook page, which is Gigi Scott in Troubletown, and you can see some of our live performances, and we'll be putting up more after June, because we have a show that's going to be videotaped in Birmingham in June at a place called Workplay, and that will be on June the 10th. One of the things that I want to have happen with my music is that I want it to be able to sustain itself in a way which means that I can keep playing, and I can keep playing at the level that I've been playing, which would be a lot of festivals and some traveling. And another thing that I would like to have happen with the music is that it would generate enough interest, probably with radio, that I can then look at giving back to society. There are a myriad of illnesses that need addressing, and one of the things that I want to do with my music is get to a level where I can give back to society and I can give to organizations that will help people. There's a lot of awareness with cancer and heart disease, but when you look at some of the other illnesses that affect a lot of people, such as Alzheimer's, such as autism, such as lupus, I would like to be able to give to some of these organizations. And that's one of the reasons why I keep going, and I keep going, because I feel like if I'm given this ability to write songs, and I can literally sit down right now and write a song, I just have that particular gift. And I feel like if the universe has given me this particular gift and this particular blessing, that I need to be able to give back in some way. People sometimes ask how we do the writing process in the band. I'm the songwriter for the band, The other guys in the band are great musicians, quality musicians, and they basically help me once the song is written. So the way that I write my songs is I go to a quiet place in my house and I just brainstorm with a pen and paper and brainstorm with my guitar. And then once I get something together, then I make some notes of it. And then I take my new work, to the band, and usually they like it. I have had times when they've said, no, that one's not so great, let's move on and do another one. That type of thing does happen from time to time. But most of the time, the guys that I play with are open-minded about what I bring to them. So then we arrange it. So Troubletown, the men in Troubletown are basically the arrangers. Now, one of the guys in Troubletown, Ben Trexel, who's the lead guitar player, he's also a producer, and he's produced all of our work that we've done. And we recorded one with him in Birmingham at his studio, partially at his studio and partially at Workplay, which is also in Birmingham. And then the second album that we did, the one that I'm now promoting, that's called Wampus Cat, and the one that is really representative of what I would call swamp rock, it was recorded in Muscle Shoals. And on that particular album, we even brought some of the famous Muscle Shoals players from the Muscle Shoals sound. So Spooner Oldham, who played with everybody, I mean, everybody in Los Angeles in the 70s, he plays on Wampus Cat. He plays Hammond organ. And so it was an honor to work with him. It's a great experience. So what I would really encourage everyone to do is to go online and look at some of my material. I have 2 albums that are on Spotify, that are on iTunes, that are on CD Baby. We have some live video that's on YouTube, and one of our songs on YouTube that's called Dirty Water has, to a certain extent, taken off. It's off the first album that GiGi Scott and Troubletown did. But what I would really like everybody to hear right now is Wampus Cat, which was the album that was recorded in Muscle Shoals. And all of the tracks are on there.